Excuse me. All right. Well, we're going to open in prayer, and then I'll take a drink of my coffee, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I don't like this music. Father, we honor you this morning. Lord, we just commit ourselves to you as we trade today. Lord, would you give us wisdom? Would you give us insight? Lord, we just declare that you have made us masters over ourselves, Father, that we can handle our emotions. So, Father God, we just submit ourselves to your leadership. We submit ourselves to your way. Father, and we thank you that you will lead and direct our steps today. I pray and a blessing over everyone here, that they would be blessed in everything they set their hands to, in Jesus' mighty name. And those in agreement and those on stream said amen. All right, why don't we take a look at the market? I've already moved our previous day high and previous day low. We are well above that, and we have ran the levels so far that I've wanted to see run. We have a few more, and the most prominent here is going to be the previous month high. So previous month high is going to be the potential end target that I'm looking at. How do we want to get there? I'm assuming some form of pullback followed by an expansion. This is the 4-hour time frame, so it might not happen all in this one candle. When we look at the hourly time frame, we are going to mark this first hourly fair value gap. With the anticipation we're going to dip down into this one, that's to me inevitable. But we have this BISI right here. We want to find support here. See if it does that. 30-minute looks fine. 15-minute. We have this 15-minute that has held price up since 4:30 this morning. It did close below it, but by and large, it's finding support there. Oops, that's 15-minute. So consolidation here. A small sweep followed by price running the lows. This is just how price inside a consolidation will gain more liquidity. Sweep high followed by a sweep low. What's missing is time. We'll see if we want to get outside of this here in the upcoming opening price. We have a large discount PD array. I mean, too large. Very, very large. So we don't anticipate this to be closed because of how large it is. Yesterday's stream went beautifully. We started with 2 losses and then ended with a win, and that win covered all of our losses and put us very nicely in the green. Had a 100-point trade yesterday. Very, very nice. Let's see if we can improve on that today. Let's find London low here. Here's London low. We haven't ran that yet. And then we'll add midnight open. Midnight open has not been tagged either. Both those levels I want to be tagged. I want to see tagged this morning, and I think that's realistic to anticipate something like that. So, yes, we had some news, but I'm looking either for the pullback to go long or to wait for the manipulation higher to trade down into some of these areas of support. It could be. We're going to be very careful. I am probably outside of maybe the 930 model. We'll be waiting for the first 15 minutes to let the market work itself out and get an idea of what it wants to do. I'm probably going to pass on the 930 model today. Main reason is with Trump's news. With the market open, I don't know exactly how it wants to react. I've blown 3 eval accounts. What should I do? Slow down. Reduce your size. And trade 1 model. There you go. The secret sauce I just gave you for free. I might take the 930. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I did take it. Break even. There's our little manipulation higher. We'll see if it wants to go towards London low right now. I'm coming out with a video. I'm coming out with a video called how, what am I titling it? My card. How trading small saved my trading career. There's London low, folks. There's London low. I'm going to wait first 15 minutes here. So I got 15 minutes of watching the market. It wouldn't surprise me if we just kind of sell off a little bit here. We do have a breaker. This doesn't look very good. I mean, it's right here. ES looks good for a sell-off here. Tag of London low. We swap a low here. We'll see how this hourly candle wants to close here in about 25 minutes. We got some time. But it is clear that we are now in a bullish trend, short-term trend maybe. This is the long-term trend we've been in, okay? We've broke through multiple swing highs here. This really is the previous month high is, in my opinion, the last high we can grab without having higher time frame structure change. So I think we could reach up to here, but price doesn't move in a straight line. We're gonna get some form of retracement followed by the expansion. We just hope that it's during some of our time that we can trade it. We'll go ahead and mark our new day opening gap because it is large. That gap right here that you see from 5 o'clock to 6 p.m. or 4:45, we're gonna mark that. And then what we do is put it for our new day opening gap current day. and then it marks out my high and low for the current day. It is at the bottom side of the opening range gap. And then the next thing I want to do is anchor a Fibonacci tool from this low to this high. Find out where equilibrium is in this entire range. We see it there. I want to move this around. I want to see what happens if I put it to this wick low. The wick low puts us at the midpoint just about. Let's anchor it there for now. Let's see how it reacts at this 50% level. Could be a choppy morning with the news this morning from 6 p.m. or from the opening price. Glad you didn't do that either, Jeff. That would have been, especially if you went short. Is this a fake bounce? We don't call it a fake bounce. I wouldn't call it a fake bounce. We call it filling imbalances. It's how price moves. Okay? So right now what we're looking at is if you're calling this the bounce, what did it actually do? It filled the only imbalance in the rest of the price legs right here. And I'm on the 1 minute time frame, okay? So look at that right there. There are no other fair value gaps inside of from this high to the low. And what did it do? It filled that imbalance. It didn't bounce. It filled an imbalance. And then it is deciding to continue lower. Now, the question we don't know is, are we just continuing lower to sweep the low or to sweep it, or are we going to run it and target midnight open? I have a proclivity to like midnight open, especially when it has been untagged completely. Nothing here in this price action has actually came to this level. So I'm anticipating we will hit that level. Now, is it going to happen before we see a pullback, or is it going to run right into it? I'm guessing probably run right into it, if I'm guessing. But I'm not trading this. I'm just reading price action. Oh, is this, gotcha. If this is a fake bounce from the entire market, no. I would say that may be the case if we didn't get the news from Trump. The deadline was last night at 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. yesterday they said they were holding off. And there must have been something in the market that told the market it was going to go, that he was going to hold off. And also, I've said this multiple times, this is a huge level down here from a weekly perspective. This level here. I just want you to note, look how it has responded since we've hit that weekly fair value gap. And I anticipated, yesterday I ended up taking shorts. I really didn't want to, but that's where the trade was. It was in the shorts. But I was like, we're going to go higher from this level. There's no doubt in my mind. And for the last 2 weeks, or from last week and this current week, we are moving higher, and we're moving higher with aggression. We have a lot of low resistance liquidity sitting here. And I just don't know how high we're going to go. My level I have in my head is the previous month's high. Maybe this wick high right here from February 23rd. February 23rd would have been right there. Or February 25th, that swing high. Good morning, Wendy. All right, so I have 3 more minutes before I have the green light to look for a trade. The market is currently selling off. That was anticipated with the high opening, the high open. ES also is selling off. ES looks really good, by the way. I love the structure of ES. We got the high, low, higher, high. We broke lower, changed in state of delivery, came back up to the fair value gap, and then have sold off at the open from there. We're going to anticipate that we're probably coming down into this 4-hour fair value gap on ES. There's nothing else. So I'm going to mark this. Look at price coming down here. The truth is, I'm looking at where is price going to find support that I might be able to take along. That could take, it may be right away. It may not happen until the PM session. I don't know. But I'm not super interested in shorts. What strategy am I using now? I'm not using a strategy at the moment. But the trades that I will take when I take them will be an inversion or a breaker. I'm gonna put the quadrants up on this 4-hour because of how large this is. We're gonna see how it reacts to these different levels. Again, mostly for our benefit of reading price action, not necessarily for a trade entry. We got a fair value gap here. Was this our first presented? This is. So this fair value gap that I marked out earlier is our first presented fair value gap for the morning. Ted sees a 1 hour breaker in the works. For me, that's going to be dependent on how this candle closes in the next 13 minutes on the hourly. We did not dip down into this hourly or the 4 hour. Remember the 4 hour low, 4 hour fair value gap? I mean, we should dip down into this 4 hour and hourly. If we get enough of a retracement, I'm not opposed to taking a trade short. It's just going to be to these levels here, right? I don't know how low it wants to go, and I'm more bullish than I am bearish. Let me take a look. I'm supposed to look every morning. Yeah, it goes for another one. It's for another day and 14 hours. So another 38 hours before it expires. 38 hours, and then that Apex promo will expire. Guys, I'm just waiting for something obvious. I like structure. We got a 1 minute order block here. We tagged the first presented fair value gap. We do have a bullish fair value gap that if we violate, that's attractive, but we did already tag midnight open, and I said more than likely we're going to come down and tag midnight open, and that's the first thing we did. First thing we did. If I'm honest with you, I would rather see expansion come back down to a 5 minute fair value gap, which probably is overlapping with a breaker and London low, and then look to take a long. That is my preference. That's what I would prefer. It would be really nice if we've already tagged the 4 hour fair value gap here. It would be nice if that was tagged, and I don't think we've tagged it. Look how close we came to tagging it. It's like it intentionally left it there. It's like, nah, we'll come back to you in a little bit later because we're going to make everybody think we're going to go long right now. We're going to make everybody think we're going long, and then I'm just going to come back and tag you, and then we're going to go long. That's what it's saying. That's how I interpret that. This is some EDM music, Peter. I did get the permission of the creator. I reached out to him, told him, said I loved the music. He's like, would you just let everybody know, just do a call out on the channel? I'm like, you betcha. This is EDM Christian Central. He only has 12,000 subscribers. Isn't that crazy? 12 or 14. All right, so here I'm liking the way this is looking. If we don't run this low with this inversion right here, honestly, you might have to get in early for this. It looks good. but we're probably going to run into this. Remember what I just said? There it is. So a fake move higher. We left the 4-hour fair value gap to then run and tag it. That's exactly what happened. It just didn't give me an entry. Okay? It didn't give me an entry. If we would have closed below this inversion fair value gap without running this level, then I could have taken it. Sure, you could have taken a different model and got into it early. That would have been a tag of the first presented fair value gap, it respecting these order blocks and the rest of all this price action over here. That could have been a model, sure. But I wasn't trading that. I was waiting for this inversion to confirm that we wanted to stop here. But what did it do in the midst of that conversion or confirmation is it ran that level. So no trade. Josh, I need you. I'm not going to answer that. I want you to give me why you think I would favor the 4-hour fair value gap over the smaller ones. I want you to think about that. I want you to answer it and put it in the chat. Nobody else. Don't answer it for him yet. I want you to put it in the chat and I want you to tell me what you think. I want you to think for yourself. Not that you aren't, but I'll confirm it, but I want you to tell me what you think. I'm not in a trade. Just sitting here waiting. What do you think, Josh? Why am I favoring the 4-hour fair value gap over smaller ones? Now, the word I don't know what you mean is, what do you refer to smaller ones? Are you referring to smaller in size or smaller in time frame? That's a hint, by the way. Yes, I do. I do have the 4-hour on the 1-minute time frame. There it is. Those are the levels there. I'm going to put together a free indicator. I'm going to build a free indicator. I've decided. I got a lot of projects. I have them in order, and my list is getting long. I'm going to make an indicator for everybody, and it's going to be this indicator here, and then all my pre-market routine marks. I've decided that I'm going to build it so every morning, boom, it's there, and we just have to analyze everything. So I'm going to put that. I'm going to make that. Smaller in size. Yeah, so that I want you to change. Size matters, but size and time frame matter more. That's your clue. Size and time frame, larger time frames matter more than lower time frames. So if you've noticed, not only do I have the 4-hour there in this red box, but I also have the 1-hour. So I'm anticipating we're going to drop down into the 1-hour as well. This is the first 1-hour fair value gap in all of this price action right here. There's a high probability we will run to this level. How we get there is just, it's the $1 million question. How you get there is the $1 million question. That's where we look for our confluences to support the idea to go lower, and that's where we take our trade to go lower. So just because I know or think it's going to go there, where I take losses is being too early, or taking a trade without my confirmation, or taking my trade without my model. That's really what happens. Yesterday we took a trade. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can listen to that. Let's change this music here. Yesterday we took a trade. Where was it? It was right. It was right here. I took a trade right here. I said, "Oh, we're gonna drop. We're gonna go down to these levels down here." I can't remember exactly what it was. I took the trade right here at 950. But what did we do? We retraced higher first, and then we ran. So I was early. I didn't wait for additional confluences, and I tried to get in because I thought we were just gonna drop, and I've seen it drop so many times, right? But no, it gave me a false positive, went against me, and then it dropped. And then I missed this entire move yesterday. Thankfully, we got in here. I got in on this wick right here to go short, and then targeted the previous day low down here and got a 120 point trade. But right now, all we're doing is up and down, up and down. Taking a trade around, if it came back up to here, that's not a bad idea to go lower. The problem is we've already hit the 4 hour. I just don't know. We'll see what it wants to do, but there's not a lot of options right here for me. We had some potential trades we could have participated in. It just didn't close in the way we wanted, or the way I wanted. I was just looking for a nice short close right below this box, and then I was going to take that short. That'd have been a 40 point trade, but it didn't give us. It ran the low before we could get there. That's a good analysis, Josh. If we are truly in a trending up market, go look back in all the price action where price is expanding higher or lower. You'll see it run, or you'll see a retracement to the first or second fair value gap. And usually on higher time frames, it's the first one. On lower time frames, it can go multiple. But usually it will tag the first one and then continue. So what we're looking at is saying, all right, we tagged the first 1 hour. If it decides to move higher, I'm going to be satisfied with it tagging only one fair value gap. That's the thought behind it tagging just one. You're not saying, oh, it has to go 2. If it goes higher, it must be a fake. No, if it tags 1, that satisfies the retracement requirement in my mind. And then I'm looking for that opportunity to go long or short or whatever it is. Yeah, so the reason, Josh, the reason why you said there was another 4 hour fair value gap that I was looking at, or this one right here, right? The first fair value gap, because the pre-market already tagged it before opening price, I disregard this one until the 4 hour candle closes. And then I look at the one that hasn't been tagged yet. All right, so we have with that in mind, it is 10 o'clock. What do we have? We have a sweep of liquidity up here, and we have an inversion on the 4 hour. This tells me we're probably going to get more lower price action. So if we get some form of manipulation higher, I'm probably going to treat that as manipulation to look for a further move lower, just because of how this candle's closing. I'm anticipating we're going to get a larger wick into here. Let's go up to the 1 hour. We still have the 1 hour untagged. So London low looks very attractive for price to retrace up to. It would act as a breaker on the 1 hour, as Ted mentioned earlier. Now that the hour's closed, it looks more attractive to see price come up to this level here. Dropping to the 15 minute, it doesn't look as pretty. And if it wants to, have some animation to it, we have this 15-minute fair value gap that's sitting just above that maybe it could wick into. We'll get rid of this one here. So wicking up in here, 15-minute closing around here would be beautiful for an expansion lower. So if we look at the hourly, we need to treat it two ways. There's two ways we could approach this. Is the hourly going to wick up here in this hourly candle and then expand lower inside this hourly candle? Option 1. Option 2. This hourly candle is going to do whatever it's going to do, and what is it going to leave at the end of that hourly candle? It could leave an hourly fair value gap right here. If it leaves an hourly fair value gap, what do we anticipate the 11 a.m. candle to do? To wick up into here and then tag it and then expand lower. So if you try to say, oh, the move's going to happen right now, maybe, but it may not. It might be waiting for this hourly candle to close, and then in the next hourly candle, wicks up into the hourly fair value gap, tags the hourly breaker, and then expands lower to the hourly fair value gap. That could be an option. So you have to consider both in your analysis. And one of the big considerations is going to be macro timeframes, or your macro period. If we're outside of the macro period, 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after the hourly candle, or the top of the hour, then you might want to wait for the next one, which we have roughly 10-15 minutes on this macro period, and then we would need to wait till 10:45 to see what it does, because it could consolidate. And I mean, the candles so far are not showing great price action. What are they doing? They're inducing shorts and then causing pain by not continuing. Outside of the one entry we wanted, there has been straight sideways. Absolutely disgusting. Wow, that's a lot of teaching. I did a lot of teaching. If you guys appreciate all that commentary, hit the like button for me. There's only 38 likes in this bad boy. There's only 38 likes in this bad boy. We'll also do our daily affirmation here in a bit. The ultimate goal, RMP, is for you to be able to do it as well. That's the ultimate goal. That this is an educational channel. This is not a signal channel. My ultimate goal is I want you to be able to do it on your own. All right, AMS, you need to slow down. Right now, what's happening is if you keep going, you're trading to appease your emotional pain and turmoil you're feeling. By continuing to trade, that's what you're doing. You need to recognize that and then say, you know what? I'm going to deal that with myself. I'm going to deal with how I'm feeling, and I'm not going to try to solve that problem by getting a win. Because the easiest answer is to get a win. And the problem is when you try to get that win, you violate rules, you don't see the market clearly. It's just how it is. So your biggest challenge in profitability is mastering your emotions, mastering your mind. It is not a strategy. It's not mastering a strategy. That is important. But more than mastering a strategy is mastering yourself. And it took me so long, and even I have glimpses of reverting back to my old self, of realizing that I'm actually being successful in my trading when I'm forcing myself not to do something. When I'm forcing myself not to trade, when I'm forcing myself to accept a red day, that is actually a win. It's extremely difficult to say, oh, way to go, Tyler. You did it. You didn't take another, you called it a day with, that $250 loss. Way to go. You should be proud of yourself. You don't feel proud of yourself by accepting minus $250. But the truth is you need to. Because without that, you will not make progress. Without that ability to say, I'm done, I'm going to accept that I'm not seeing the market clearly, and I'm going to walk away right now because my emotions are all tied up in a knot right now. That is emotional maturity and emotional growth that you need to have. Do you see how we just are at straight consolidation, and then we get this massive drop candle right here for like 40 points? Yeah, look at that candle. 50 points. There's nothing here for us to trade. And if you're feeling like this FOMO of, man, I wish I was able to get some of that drop, you're looking at the market wrong. So AMS, if you know that already, here's the answer. There is a deeper level of commitment you can make, and you have to decide right now, are you willing to make that deeper level of commitment? Because there's always a deeper level of commitment you can make in your trading. There's always more you can do. The question is, are you fed up with it enough to actually take action, sustainable action? And maybe it lasts for a week, but that's progress. That's progress. Then you try again. And you do the same thing over and over until you build this resilience to actually do what you need to do. And the hardest part is doing that when you haven't seen the fruit of it. But if you can do it and you can tell yourself, I know fruit will come from this, and just visualize and see the end result while you're going through this journey, you have a much greater chance of actually seeing it come to pass physically in your trading. But you have to believe it and see it in your mind's eye before you'll actually see the results of it. Because what we're asking you to do doesn't make sense to our brain. Doesn't make sense to human nature. Our mind is designed to try to protect ourselves from perceived danger. And losing money is perceived danger. There's nothing here, guys. I wish I could take a trade. Way to go, Em. Nice job. Yeah, Crypto, the answer is just cut your loss and wait for a different entry. Then it's the same thing that I deal with all the time. Is I get confident, I know where it's going to go, and then it just like, it lingers and it waits, and then it puts me in a harder spot. And just cutting the trade, accepting the loss, and then waiting for the most obvious one. That's what I did yesterday, and it worked out, recovered all my losses, and was nicely in the green yesterday. Can I read your question? I didn't see it right. Let's see. On the 1 minute time frame on regular trading hours, there are 2 fair value gaps, and it's tagging the second one. Why not take the trade there? Can you explain that? And just to confirm, you're talking about these two right here. This fair value gap there. And then this fair value gap there, right? That's the one, those are the two you're talking about? Yeah. That is a trade model. There is a model for trading that. You could trade that, absolutely. If that's how you trade, then you need to turn that into a model. You need to have your rules on how you would enter this trade. What do you need to see to enter a trade here? And then if it does it, you take the trade, set your stop loss, and then you take your hands off of it and you see if it works out. When it works out, you go, oh, I might have something. You refine your model, you try it again, you do back testing on it. Yeah, that's exactly what you do. For me, that is, I told you, that's actually what I want to see. What did I say? I said I would like to see it to come up to tag this blue line right here. What was that blue line? That was the London low. Why did I want it to tag the blue line? Because that is a breaker. Now, when it tags the blue line is the big question. I told you here on the hourly time frame. Is it going to tag it in this hourly candle at 10 a.m.? Or is it going to wait for this hourly candle to close and then come up into this area, and then we can look for it? So I'm already looking for that. I just need to see how is it going to take place. And then once it tags it, then I'm analyzing and saying, okay, do I see an opportunity for me to take the trade? Yeah, there's a Discord. It's part of the Purpose Driven Trader Academy. One-time fee, no monthly subscription. And you're grandfathered in for any new products or any things that I come out with, unless it's a monthly subscription for that. But yes, so you can check that out if you like. Mr. Taco, how long have you been trading? I'm not gonna lie. I would rather see side-to-side price action like this than manipulative crap that tries to get you to take a trade. and makes it look like it's running smoothly. I'd rather see this. So I'm completely content because I know what manipulation looks like when it tries to manipulate you. This is not manipulating us in anything. It's literally just sideways. It's straight sideways. Take a picture of this, make a mental picture and say, never trade anything like this. Never get in it. If we're in this right here, don't trade anything like that. More than likely, we're going to come up to here before that hourly candle hits. So then I'm going to have to make a decision. Do I trust that we are going to hit this level in the 10 a.m. hour and then move lower? Or do I want to wait for the macro? And more than likely, I'm going to wait for the macro. All right, Mr. Taco, here's what you need to do. And you're not going to like this answer, but I'm not in here to try to get your money. You need to stop trading prop firms. You need to go to a demo account. Until you have a better understanding of the market, here's what's going to happen. You're going to lose money. Take the money that you would use for a prop firm and invest it in education. I don't care who it is. Go with the person you trust. Go with the person that has the model that you want to follow. I don't care. But don't spend it on prop firms because you're only going to lose money. And if you make money, listen carefully, it's going to be by chance. It's not going to be consistent, and it's going to produce a false positive that you know how to trade, and it's actually going to hurt you and cause you to take much longer to learn. Okay? Invest the money in education before you build bad habits. You have to invest in the process. Invest in the education. Invest in this. Okay? Man, there's so much. There's so much there. There's so much there, but it's so hard for traders to accept that advice. Myself included, I took the long road and it hurt. Tens and tens of thousands of dollars lost. Jonathan, no. The Discord is part of the Purpose Driven Trader Academy. So those that decide they want to be a part of the academy, they get access to the Discord, which also includes the course. And I'm coming out with another, the 30-day roadmap for brand new traders. It's going to be a 30-day. Here's what you do on day 1. Here's what you do on day 2. Here's what you do on day 3. All for one purpose of learning one model. Look at this inversion. This can be deceptive. Why would I not take this inversion if it closes? More than likely, I think it will work out, but why would I not take this? 100% M. It didn't grab any liquidity, and it's directly inside of consolidation. So the probability that it works out is the same probability that it fails. Maybe even more. So yes, it could work out, but you can't view it as, oh, I missed my opportunity. No, it didn't give us a signal that was reliably in our favor. So these trades can be very deceptive. These inversions can be very deceptive because it's inside a consolidation. We don't want to trade inversions inside a consolidation. We want to see the sweep of liquidity, then back inside a consolidation with the goal in mind that it's going to run the liquidity. Yeah, Mr. Tago, what I like between options and futures, options has theta, futures do not. I don't like the degrading of contracts. I think that's just stupid. It's designed to take your money. That's what it is. I traded it. And there's too many benefits of futures trading that are more attractive than options. All right, so we got the inversion. Let's see if it fails or if it works out. My guess is it's gonna work out, but I don't want to take it because it's inside a consolidation. Oh, this was such a great teaching moment. We'll see if it fails here. Maybe it doesn't, but the way that candle looks is exactly what I'm referring to. Yes, paper trading. That's a demo account. Get live feed, follow along, learn to read price action, mark out what you think price is going to do, use the concepts that I teach, use the language that I teach to start reading the market, identify the model that you're interested in. When you see the model, take the trade, put your stop, put your target, let the trade play out, and build confidence in it. What does that tell you, AMS? That there's a very clear answer in it. Here's the failure of that inversion that we just talked about and why we didn't take it. The exact reason why we don't take trades like this. You would be hurting right now. Look at that. Excruciating pain right now if you were to take that trade. Hopefully none of you took it. Okay, that minus 30 points, minus 20 points, and it failed. Yeah, guys, here's my screen. I haven't taken any trades. There's no trades here. No trades. The only trade I took was right at open. And that was for break even. So AMS, you're correct. Let me ask the next question. Your average size for your trades. What is your average size? How many contracts are you taking? Are they micros or minis? We're giving you a one-on-one coaching call right now, AMS. One-on-one coaching. Okay, so you have two options. Go back to your demo account. Make sure you're trading only your model and making sure that the model you're trading is the thing that's making you the $13,000. If you're taking random trades, that does not count. Okay? When you have the model that you're trading and in demo account you're making that money from the model. Step 2, go to a funded account or an eval account and trade one micro and prove to yourself you can do the same thing there. Only one micro. Lock yourself above taking extra trades. You don't care about money, you care about proving the process and the concept with money involved. Okay? Do that consistently. Then go from one contract and add a second. That's it. Stop rushing the process and going too quick. The fact that we want to go faster and by sizing up and skipping steps is actually the very thing that's slowing us down from the progress that we want. Interesting. Who is this guy? Light of Ages. He only has 27 videos. I like that song that he was playing. Too slow. Too slow. Do I have any recommendations for which ICT mentorships to start with? Well, I can tell you that I'm not going to point you to somebody else's mentorship. If you think that I might be the right fit for you, then you can consider joining. But if you connect with somebody else, then that's the direction you go. I don't care. See you, John. Or who is Ted's leaving? See you, Ted. If he's talking about the free videos on the ICTs, go to the core content. Month 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't go too far. You get too far up, then all that other stuff is pointless. Not pointless. It's just not. It's too much information for you to digest. If you had to pick one, go with month 4, and I think month 2. I love this song right here.
Cast me not away. Restore joy. Uphold me with your spirit. Restore to me the joy of your salvation.
I've taken no trades. Here's what I need you to do. Raise your hand. Give me a 1 in the chat if you did not take a trade at all in all of this. Besides the opening bell, sure. If you took a trade, put a 2. I need people to see where people are at because they need to know they're not alone. Whether it's sitting on their hands not taking a trade or taking a trade. Okay? So right now it's about 50-50. But learning to sit on your hands is my ultimate goal for you. Learning to sit and waiting. Now we're well past. There are more twos than one at this point. So more people have tried to take a trade than not take a trade. Let's do one more survey. From 9:52 to right now. 9:52. That's what I want. 9:52 to right now. Give me a 1 if you didn't take a trade. Give me a 2 if you took a trade. From 9:52 to right now. It's in this right here, okay? Let's see how many people we got. More people not taking a trade as of right now. Good. Who else? I don't care if it's a different market. They're correlated. Okay, so more people waiting. That's good. That's good. For those that took a trade, look at the number of people that you're sitting in the chat with that did not take a trade. So when you think you're on your own, sitting there in front of your screen going, oh man, I need to take a trade. I have to take a trade right now. There are dozens of others sitting here with you that didn't, that are saying, I'm choosing patience because this doesn't look very good. So this is to encourage you that there are other people out there that are saying, I'm waiting. Meaning you can do the same. Meaning you can wait as well. You don't have to be trying to trade in all of this. Now, you might say, Tyler, I have a good reason why I took a trade. I'm going to say, no, you don't. I'm going to say, no, you don't. Not in this. There is absolutely nothing in this. And if you think you see something, you need to reevaluate it. The only thing I would say is if you took a trade up here and we're still in a trade right here, that's a legitimate trade. You're waiting for the trade to play out. Maybe the 1 hour fair value gap is your target. But if you entered the trade in this, there's nothing. You could give me a million reasons. There's nothing in here that is telling you to take a short or a long. Gold, there might be. Gold, silver. I mean, don't trade silver. That's just crazy. Maybe there was there. But at least for what I'm looking at here on ES and the Nasdaq, nothing.
Your way, oh God, is holy. Who is like you? You lead your people
Yeah, Salen, that's fine.
like a flock.
The easy answer, Salen, is I broke the rule. And I'll put it in the chat. Salen, what was your name again? I'm gonna tag you. Or what's your tag in Discord? That's a mistake, Mr. Taco. Your goal is not profit per day. Your goal is following your rules every day and giving yourself a prize for following the rules and the plan despite how much money you make or lose. Salen, what's your tag in Discord? I can't remember. It has been a nothing burger, exactly right. If we start getting large displacing candles to the upside, I'm probably going to take it to some degree. Especially if we hit this hourly fair value gap first. If I hit $500 today in my funded account on Apex, I burn my account. Yeah, you can trade again. You're not burning anything if you make 500 bucks. Even if it's minus 500. If you lost $500, is it within your risk management loss? Did you lose more than you should have? Did you break your rules in that loss? If you didn't break your rules, there's nothing to be mad about. Micros. Yeah, I trade micros. Jeff, I'm adding you as a moderator. One. Take one. How many you suggest? One. Not two or three, just one. For evals, so right now what I'm doing is I'm trading my funded accounts and then I'm copy trading my eval accounts. And then I'll double the size. So if I'm taking one micro, I'm taking 2 micros on my evals. So I do increase the size, but the risk management and the mindset is all based on my funded accounts with trading the size that I'm willing to trade, anywhere from 1 to 3 contracts right now. And to be honest, guys, I'm really not increasing my size anymore. I'm not really increasing my size anymore because I've found success in lower size and more consistency in the lower size. I don't use family funded futures. I haven't heard of them. I look as many. I look at them. I look at as many prop firms as I can. The most recent one that I talked about yesterday was Tenacity, and I'm gonna be posting a video on it because their model is significantly different than anybody else. I did sign up to be an affiliate for them, so you can get 50% off using the code DTJ. But if you check it out, it's a completely different model than anything else out there. And I think it's sustainable. I like their approach.
His mercy remains.
Do I recommend ATS trading? I don't know what ATS is. Salen, you need a different prop firm. You need to go with Tradify. They removed their 30-day rule. Tradify and Lucid both have no time frame on their accounts. All right, so what have we done now? We've tagged the hourly. Look at the wick there. We're also inside the macro. If this one candle right now turns and gives me an inversion, I'm probably going to take it.
Do not hide your face in the day of my distress. Incline your ear. Answer me speedily. My days pass like smoke. My bones burn like a furnace. Hear my prayer. Oh Lord.
All right, I'm in the trade. We're going to go for this swing high. And if it starts going aggressive, I'm probably going to move it and move my stop to break even. I'm risking 20 contracts right now. So target's 31 points. We really could go higher if this really starts expanding, but it may not. If it violates the fair value gap, we get out. That's the rule. And it could. We're inside the macro. It's where I want it to be. I will move my stop if we have time to show that it wants to find support inside this fair value gap. There we go. I like the way that looks. Let's see if we can close green. If it closes green, that's a very good sign. All right, stopped out. I didn't have time to move my contract because if this closes inside of this fair value gap, it's still a valid trade. I'm not going to re-enter. I'm going to let this candle close.
The appointed time has come. Hear my prayer.
All right, so it violated it. There was a legitimate entry. It didn't give it to us. We call it a loss. We manage our risk. Only lost 20 points on the trade. No harm, no foul. It's a small enough loss where we aren't emotionally triggered to try to do something else. Okay? That's just the truth. We don't need to freak out about it. It's not that bad. I don't regret taking that trade at all. I've seen that trade work out dozens of times. Dozens of times. ATS is automatic trading with algos. I don't think there's any problem with that if you can come up with a system that's profitable. Thanks, FB or FNB. Thank you for trying to tell us to sell. So, question about tenacity. If you make over $2,000, they move you to a live account once the competition is over. No. If you make $2,000 and you request a payout, they move you automatically. Well, even while the competition is going, they move you out of the competition. Yeah, when you request your payout, all that money goes into a live account. However much you win. If it's over $2,000, whatever it is over the $2,000, they put into a live account for you to trade. I'm still interested in longs. All right, while we're sitting here, let's do our daily affirmation. I got our daily affirmation ready to go. Today's affirmation is based on Psalms chapter 51. And it is based on this song. Which one is it? Clean Heart. Let's listen to it. It's based on this one. I like this song. Psalms 51. Create in me a pure heart, O God. Renew a steadfast spirit within me. These are affirmations to encourage you that you say over yourself based on the Word of God. I invite God to search my heart and make it clean and pure. He renews my spirit, restores my focus, and aligns me with His truth. This is His promise. This is a prayer in Psalms to the Lord. And to take these and to speak it unto the Lord, I'm telling you, you're going to get more from that than anything else. I'm watching this candle here. Watch this turn into a wick on the 5-minute, closing that hourly fair value gap. Sorry, that one's was premature because it's close to 11 o'clock. I'm probably going to take another shot. And if that turns into a loss, then we're going to call it a day. But I like that we filled the full hourly. I like the 5-minute wick so far. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds left in that. If it turns into a large wick and then runs all this, that's like money right there. If you don't want to take the inversion and you want additional confirmation, you wait for it to come here, come back down, tag that green 1-minute candle, which is a breaker, and then you take a long from there. So either would be an option. To be honest, the breaker is probably the safer play. The breaker is the safer play. Why? Because it confirms the change in state of delivery on the 1 minute at least, which gives you a higher probability that it's going to go higher. Here, it could close the inversion, not run this swing high, and continue to roll over. I think the breaker is the better setup here. So we might wait for the breaker. You just hit the number 1 on your keyboard and hit enter. But you didn't wait for the breaker last time. Because that's an easy answer for me. This is the first sweep of liquidity of the hourly. So if you go look left right here. See that wick right there? That's a sweep of liquidity into an hourly fair value gap. When you get that, high probability that when you get a doji candle, you get a nice move higher. This one did close above, so we do have the inversion. This is probably going to play out right here. Yeah, there it is. That inversion did play out.
Restore to me the joy of your salvation.
Oh, come on. Give me the retracement. Give me the stinking retracement. So did what I thought. We were just early on that first inversion. The 2 minute gave a nice inversion as well. That 2 minute looks really good. I didn't look at the 2 minute. That's probably, I would have taken the 2 minute 100% if I saw that. I want to take a long, but I feel like I would be getting in too early and not being disciplined to wait for the retracement. So I'm waiting for the retracement to this level here and also potentially wicking down to this inversion. These are the two things that I'm looking for, okay? That's what I'm looking for and waiting for. I feel like taking a trade here, I would be skipping a step in my process, right? Could it still just pump higher? Yes, and I would miss the trade. But part of what I'm waiting for is that last part, retracing down into the breaker and the inversion to confirm my entry. Not just taking the entry here. Because what happens is if it chooses not to go higher and decides to go lower, and let's say it wants to reach and fill this full inversion fair value gap, right? What am I risking? Now I'm down 48 handles. I don't want to do that. So I would rather miss the move and wait for it to come back here to get a better, proper risk management. That's what I would want. If I wait for the breaker, what am I risking? I'd risk about 30 points because I would have to let it play through this inversion. Okay, if I take it at the top of the inversion, I'm only risking 20 points. Do you see how I'm looking at my risk first before I say, oh, I'm missing a trade? Evaluate what you're risking first. Take your trade based on what you're willing to lose, not what you're about to miss out on. It is poor judgment to take a trade based on you feeling like you're going to miss the trade and not taking into account your risk that's on the table, and then it causing you to go in large drawdown. We don't want that. So that's what you'd want to do. That's how I'm approaching this. Okay? There's always going to be another trade. I don't need this one. So I'm going to wait for what I want. And then if it gives it to me, I'm going to take the trade. And if it fails, it fails. At least I was disciplined and looking for what I wanted to see. That's not quite. Well, let's see if we can get a little bit. I would love to see this be aggressive. I want this candle to be aggressive and then stop like on a dime and give me a wick right here. That would be very affirming. If it closes with a large full candle, then I'm probably going to wait. But if it goes aggressive and then it closes with the wick up here, that's nice. I'd take that. It's not a guarantee, but it's like I would look at it as manipulation. Here's the wick of the breaker. That's the earliest entry point. Here's the body. That's our second entry point. I'm looking for it, see if it, give it an opportunity to see if it wants to wick down here. All right, I'm going to take the entry there. 20-point stop. I'm willing to go to 30. Let's see if we have to do that or not. Looking for 70 points about. We're going to put it at the low of the 1055 candle and allow that trade to play out here. All right, this is my final trade. It's everything that I'd want to look for in the market. Looking for a price to give me a run for all of this low resistance that we created here. That's what I'm looking for. Treating this as manipulation lower. At least that's what I'm hoping it's going to be. To try to get people to go in shorts again and then it aggressively move higher here. So I want my stop to be large enough to allow for that manipulation to take place without putting me in a hard spot. And then if we do go, we're just going to target right there. Those equal highs sitting at this fair value gap right here. That's what we're going to target if it gives it to us. So it'll be 113 points. If it doesn't stop us out, that's what we're going to go for. And my guess is it's going to be pretty aggressive if it is in our favor. Now we wait.
Joyful shout to God. God has heard. He has attended to my prayer.
We're going to probably have to wait another 3 minutes, another 15-minute candle to give us the next 15-minute candle. Let's see if it does it. All right, so this 15-minute candle did wick up into that 15-minute fair value gap. Do I like that? Not really.
Remains.
That's not good for us.
Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. You have been my shelter, my strong tower.
What made me believe in God? I grew up in a Christian home. It was the foundation of my childhood in my family. But then it was in my own personal. There's an inversion to the upside on the 1 minute. That's nice. It's good to see that. I want to see just nice aggressive candles here. I'm not moving my stop until after we clear this swing high right here.
Do not hide your face in the day of my distress. Incline your ear. Answer me.
Did they just bomb something? It more than likely it's just some crazy radical that's not in the know of the talks that they're trying to do. It wouldn't surprise me. They don't have a good communication system after all the bombing went off. And that would be good information to know, because that could change things. Let's see here. Iran ceasefire broke in the first hour. Oh, this is a nice wick, folks. This is a nice wick right here. This current candle is beautiful. This is what we want to see. Give me a full bodied with that large downside wick, and then we at least will hit this swing high. So our first plan. Our first step is, when can we move our stop to break even to protect our position, to protect our accounts? That's the first thing we want to do. And we can't do that until we sweep these highs. Okay, we need to allow the trade to play out until we sweep these highs, or excuse me, a body closes above that high. That confirms this is a protected swing low. And we're not even at, we want that to be a protected swing low, because if that is, our stop is relatively close to there. We'll just move our stop to there. Anywhere from 1 to 3 micros, but lately with the war and everything, I'm just going 1 micro and copying that on like 11 different accounts. I could close the position right here and take my go back to green for my first loss for today, but I'm not interested in going to break even. I'm interested in getting a win so I can call it a day.
But you, oh Lord, are enthroned forever. You are remembered through all generations. You will arise. You will have pity on Zion. The appointed time has come. Hear my prayer. Oh Lord, hear my prayer. Oh Lord, let my cry come to you. The nations will fear the name of the Lord. Kings your glory, for the Lord builds up Zion. He appears in his glory.
Anticipate aggressive price action. If it's gonna work, as soon as we clear these highs, my guess is it's going to be very fast. We'll run 40 points in a couple minutes. That's just how price action works. High resistance liquidity here. Back and forth, 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 back and forth. Creates low resistance opportunities. High resistant conditions create low resistant opportunities. And that's what I'm treating this as. So I want to see all of this ran aggressively. Large candles. Now, is this the right time? I'm hoping it is. We have our setup. Everything looks good in our direction. But there's still that level of risk that we take on because it may not. I mean, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But if it does it, if we are in the right time, it will do it aggressively. That's just how I would anticipate that. Are you streaming every day? I stream Monday through Friday. Tuesdays are inside the private Discord. Thursdays, an extended trading session. I would be trading an hour in private on Thursdays. Today's live stream, we are in a trade at the end of my trading stream or the stream, so we're gonna let this play out. But I would normally be done right now. Almost up 50 points. We're up 35 points right now. That's a good trade. 35 points is good. This is just not what I'm looking for. Midnight open is probably attractive. That's not a bad level. I'm still waiting for it to break above and close above these levels here before I move my stop to break even. We could still take a loss on this. If we take a loss, that's fine. We'll be done for the day. No, I don't play really any games. I mean, I play games with my kids, but not like I have 3 games on my phone, and it's the only games that my boys play. Wendy, are you still on this live stream? Because I know I'm going a little longer. She said hi earlier today. I might have to, when I can move my stop to break even, I'm probably going to move my stop to break even, and then I'm going to have to end the stream because I got to go pick up my son. Yeah, I only do 50K accounts. Yeah, the extended trading is on Discord, yeah. And then Tuesdays, it's only on Discord. Yesterday, we got a 100-point trade. Had a nice win yesterday. Full disclosure, it did come after 2 losses, though. Yeah, you're saying that now, but if it collapses and runs through my stop, maybe I didn't nail it. That's the market, though. That's how the market works. I explained why I entered where I did. But the exit, meh. That's true. You're not wrong in that statement. Where did my phone go?
Give the king your judgments, O God, your righteousness to the king's son. He will judge with righteousness your people, with justice. Mountains bring peace, little hills, righteousness. He brings justice to the poor. He saves the children of the needy. Breaks in pieces the oppressor. They shall fear you as long as sun and moon endure. He comes down like rain on the grass. In his days, righteousness flourishes, abundance of peace. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever, as long as the sun. He shall have dominion from sea to sea, to the ends of the earth.
Watch what happens at 10:30. Watch what happens at 10:30. We're going to get some volatility at 10:30 is my guess. I just don't know if it's going to be in our favor or not. and it could just turn into a wick, but we should see a larger candle in the next 3 minutes or so, or a series of them, instead of this consolidating stuff. We'll get some larger candles, like similar to, you know, 11.19, 11.17. We're gonna get candles like that to start moving in a direction. I don't know if it's gonna be temporary or not. It wouldn't surprise me if it goes like this, sweeps this low, and then runs. I'm hoping it doesn't.
As long as the sun, prayer continually, praise all day long, and shall be blessed in him. All nations call him blessed.
Yeah, it's everything that I talk about is based on New York time.
His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever. As long as the sun. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever. As long as the sun. Blessed be his glorious name forever. Let the whole earth be filled with his glory. Amen. Amen.
What's up, Bobby? How you doing? Just in a trade right now, waiting for a trade to play out. Well, that did nothing. Ray, that is correct. I already confirmed. They're having fun. My son's playing Nerf guns at the neighbor's house and riding scooters. So we're good. I prefer to be in front of the chart when I'm trading. Let's look at the 5 minute, see what we got. 15 minute. This is where we'd want to see expansion right here in this candle. 30-minute fair value gap is overlapping with midnight open. That looks good. Patience is the secret sauce, folks. Patience is the secret sauce. I'm in the trade. Somebody needs to step on this guy's down. I don't disagree with you. I would like to be done. Yes. 1 micro on 11 accounts. I don't think so, Mac. I think this is gonna pop right now. With all the on the left side, we have a lot of low resist or high resistance conditions, creates low resistance opportunities. High resistant markets or high resistant candles create low resistant opportunities. If you don't know what that means, I shared it earlier. It means when we got a lot of lack of movement, it creates nice quick moves. So this will go quickly. I don't know if the quick is going to go all the way up here. I know that a majority of this is going to go fairly fast. 3, 4, 5 minutes, something like that, when it goes. I'm waiting for the close above this high, and then I will move my stop to break even. See how it didn't give it to us yet? Stays where we are. Way to go, Steph. Woo! Congrats. Here we go. I think this is it. Let's see if we can get above this 15 minute. If we can close above the 15 minute, which is in 4 more minutes, 3 more minutes, that's going to be a big deal. All right, that's enough for me to move my stop to break even, guys. Congratulations. We have a free trade. We've taken off all the risk, and now we can even be more patient on letting this trade play out and not fearing losing money. We don't have any money until we secure it, okay? But what we are not going to do is lose money anymore. So now we just patient and we exercise discipline to let the trade play itself out. I really do like these equal highs that I have there. Now, if we get stopped out, that's going to be very unfortunate. But mentally prepare yourself. So a lot of this game is a game of psychology. So you need to premeditate how you're going to respond in different situations. So if we get stopped at a break even, what is your response going to be? Okay? Determine now so that you're emotionally prepared for a stop out. Okay? What are you going to do if it wicks this internal high before it hits the target right here? Let's say it's right here. What are you going to do? For me, I'm already saying if I get an inversion to the downside, I'm going to close my position. But I'm going to allow retracements to take place because that's how the market works. The market gives retracements. It doesn't mean it's a bad trade or doesn't mean it's going to reverse. But if we sweep this internal high without hitting my target, I need to have some risk management in place so I don't lose all the progress that I made. So we're up about 60 points right now. Right? 60 points is a solid trade. You could close that and you can be happy. You could be happy with the trade. I have no idea what we're listening to, but I'm probably going to get slapped. I'm going to get in trouble here. Yeah. I can guarantee you, Jonathan Ogden does not want me playing his music on his live stream. I can guarantee you that. I don't want to get in trouble. Don't want to get in trouble. So far, I would say I was incorrect on how aggressive this is going to be. I mean, it is a series of green candles going higher, but it isn't as fast as I was hoping it was going to be. We have no fair value gaps in any of this. So we have a liquidity sweep right here. Very small sweep, and you can see how we're responding to it. See that little sweep right there? And now that was where price started moving aggressively lower. What time is that? 10:43. So this is a major point. Consolidation. We want to see it get above this right here. What I'm going to do is move my stop to the swing low in profit to secure something if it decides to go that low. So stop is now at the swing low of 1132. Stop is now at the swing low of 1132.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul. All within me bless his holy name.
Did we get it close above the 15 minute? We got 2 minutes. This will be a key factor in my decision if I'm going to continue to hold or not. I want to see this inversion right here. I want to see this green candle close above this purple box. That's where we're going to sit right now. There's no reason to look at the lower time frame. That's what we're watching. If you guys are appreciating the walkthrough of this trade management, hit the like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. And if you feel so inclined, share this with others. I've been doing this for a year and a half now. We hit an order block too on the 5 minute right here. If we can get an expansion higher right here, I will move our trailing stop loss to 1141 to that low. I want it to get above this. Close above here, and I will move my stop to this swing low. It's not as safe, but we are up over 50 points. So it would be nice to secure something, right? See you, crypto. Let's get some big green candles right here. Big, large, huge. Absolutely huge. That's what I want. Run all this low resistance liquidity to the left. Stops above all of these highs. Just run it super fast. If we close above this high, I'm gonna move my stop. We got 20 seconds. I wanna see a full-bodied candle. I do not want this to turn into a wick. I want a nice, large, full-bodied candle. Especially when we're breaking through the high. All right, that's enough for me to move my stop to this swing low. 1141 is where my stop's in. We have secured 37 points is secured. Now we're gonna allow this to expand higher and move in our direction. Ultimate target is the fair value gap where these two equal highs are sitting at 951. Hey, that's not bad logic, but we got 15 minutes for this candle. I think if anything we can get a candle with a wick. We'll see if it wants to give it to us. So we got 15 minutes on this bad boy before noon. But we've secured 33 points. That's what matters. We've secured profits, guaranteed profits now. Now, my point is still correct and still the same. Do you guys notice the difference on the left side of this curve compared to the right side? Do you see the difference? See how much more straight this is compared to this back and forth? High resistance, low resistance. High resistance create low resistance opportunities. This is why I'm literally not worried about it coming back against me. Obviously, I want to have wisdom in securing profit, but I'm fairly confident we're going to run these. Have I been wrong? Yeah. but I just know how price moves, and this is a beautiful opportunity that I want to make sure I'm allowing it to play out in my favor. I'm gonna have to leave here soon. I can't be here much longer. Way to go, Josh. Congrats. That's awesome, man. No problem, Wendy. Thank you. We really could see a lot of higher prices. I don't know if I'm not going to let my account just sit in it though. I'm going to close once we hit midnight open that's when I'll probably close it. Almost up 100 points. See if we can get there. I haven't looked at what 50% is of this retracement. Let's look at that. That would be good information. All right, look where equilibrium is. This is the midpoint, right around this level that we're looking at. So 50% is really a very key level, and it's next to liquidity. So like I said, I'm going to be watching this point right here. I'm going to be watching this candle here to see if when we sweep that level, how we react to it. All right, let's just get a nice aggressive candle here in the last 7 minutes before the noon macro. Sweep here, sweep midnight open, get into this 1 minute fair value gap. We're about to come up to some resistance here, so I want to see it just be really fast. If we get a very aggressive 1 or 2 candles, that's when we want to close it, because typically after a move like this, when we get 2 or 3 aggressive candles, it will come back and retrace all of that and then slowly make its way. So if we get some volatility here, consider closing a position. But you do you. You do you. I'll do me. You do you. Did we hit the mid? Did we hit? Oh, we came really close to equilibrium. Do you see how close that is? That is almost enough to just say, let's just close the position. Let me look here. What I'll do is, if we inverse this, I will close the position. So I'm gonna start incorporating my inversion, violation of any inversions. That's what I'm looking at. So if we violate this 1 minute inversion fair value gap, I will close the position.
Fullness of joy in your sight, pleasures eternal in your light.
How long have we been in this trade, huh? We got in at 11:09. Is that when we got in? 11:09. So 45 minutes. What's up, building? My future. Thank you, my friend. That means a lot. We're watching this inversion. We are in the trade if we support this inversion. We are out of the trade if it violates it. And then we will do the same thing as we move higher up to our final target. So if we get another inversion right here, that is our new inversion that we'll be monitoring. Micros, MB trader. See you, Josh. We really could get a retracement at noon. That's why I'm ultimately including this. Our time limit is running out on the trade. Our time frame, the 12 p.m. macro is about to begin, and sometimes those can just, you know, run in the opposite direction the price has been going. It can also just continue it. So 12 p.m. is a macro time that our time frame is running out. We're running out of time. So we want to start mitigating our risk as we get closer to that 12 p.m. time frame. I'm hovering over the stop button. We got 20 seconds to see how this candle closes. Okay, found support. Let's see what happens here at noon. See if we get a pump right here. If this candle fails and it turns into a wick, I probably will close it prematurely. If this goes from green to red, I will close it. But I don't think it will. I think we should close here and do a nice aggressive pump right here. All right, we made equal highs here, almost equal highs here. Our next area is midnight open, and then ultimately our fair value gap right here. I'm gonna move our target to the swing low. So 11:59 is now our stop loss. We should hit our target. This looks good. But just in case, we have now secured 80 points in our favor. I can't ask for a better trade, guys. I really can't. We exercised everything today. We were patient. We literally took, was it 2 trades? This is the pump I'm talking about. So if we get our number, we want to get out because there's a good chance it could just come back and close this. Let's see if it can give it to us. We hit midnight open. Let's get another just wick higher here into our target. Let's get the icing on the cake here. Let's just hit it. So close to that fair value gap. I'm watching it right here. There it is. Hit the fair value gap. Let's come on. Oh, give it to me. It hit the fair value gap. I'm just seeing if it wants to hit my target. I can close it any time here. But I'm just going to see if it gives it to me. If this goes from green to red, I'm out. Oh, there it is. Hallelujah. That was an hour, 57-minute trade. Or 53-minute trade. 56, 50, 53, something like that. But we're done, guys. Hallelujah! How many of you were in that trade the entire time? How many of you took that? Congrats, guys. That was good. Nice job. Way to go. Awesome. Well, that is going to be the end of it for today. If you want to join the community, check out the Academy. We'd love to have you. We'll be doing our private extended live stream tomorrow. Use the code DTJ on any prop firms, guys. I'd appreciate it. It means a lot when you guys do as we continue to do these free live streams. So God bless you guys. Stay safe. I'm out. I'm ready to be done. We'll see you guys later, all right? Take care.